I recently watched Terrifier 3 and it's good. Having watched the first two Terrifier films, I knew what to expect. An intense ride filled with gore, shock, and dark humor. After watching this one, I noticed that people, both in theater and on social media, were disappointed because it wasn't scary. But this critique misses the point. Let me explain you why. Let's talk about the horror genre. There are many subgenres, but Terrifier primarily falls under slasher and gore, with a hint of body horror. While slashers are usually about the mass killer stalking victims, gore focuses on shocking and unsettling the viewer with violent, graphic effects. Terrifier combines this to create a unique experience. It's about making you feel discomfort and horror rather than jumpscares. I've heard people say Terrifier is all gore, no plot. If you're judging just the first movie, I get where that's coming from, but in Terrifier 2 and 3, there's a coherent, engaging storyline. Sina's connection to Art the Clown, her father's mysterious drawings, and Victoria's position create suspense and mystery. These elements keep you asking questions. Was Art once human? Is Sina's family connected to him? This isn't mindless gore. It's a horror mystery that builds intrigue over multiple films. One reason I love Terrifier is that it sticks to practical effects instead of CGI, even when they could afford it. This choice honors the slasher greats like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, making each scene feel raw and real. The gore is graphic but well crafted, which shows the filmmaker's respect for classic horror techniques. We should thank Damien for sharing his creativity with us. I love horror and I'm actually writing a horror movie myself. I could never have imagined some of the kills he came up with, but he probably thought about the kills I'd write for my own movie. He gives us something entirely new to experience, and I feel like that's something we have to appreciate. In my opinion, Terrifier is a refreshing throwback to the 80s slasher era, when horror wasn't afraid to push boundaries. Today, horror films often rely on predictable scares, but Terrifier goes back to gritty, visceral roots. Art the Clown deserves a place among horror icons like Freddy Krueger because he embodies the unsettling, darkly humorous killer that horror fans love. Finally, Terrifier isn't for everyone, but if you appreciate horror that takes risks and commits to a unique vision, it's worth your time. Art the Clown might just be one of the best new slasher icons, and I can't wait to see where this series goes.